Set. 180. Mike 91. Let's go one more. 91 is the mic. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
On first down at Stanford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. C.J. Anderson with it. Of course, a big part of the Rams' run to the Super Bowl last year. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
To throw is Stanford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Throwing is Stanford. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run for it with Anderson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Here is Anderson on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First carry for Trenton Cannon. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
319.
Rodgers now to throw on third down. And Adams has it complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
First down, Packers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
On 2nd down, it's Anderson. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go. Watch the safety.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. The open man is Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. After one, it's 9-0. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on, boys, come on.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got the...
Anderson loses the football, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Preston Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Third and long, it's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Jones, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch it. Coco, over here. No. 36. Check. Back one. To the right. Crouch. Hey, Alpha.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Detroit offense ready to again with a 1st down now. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a great throw right there and really showed a lot of confidence in his receiver.
He certainly did. Ball was in the air a long time, but he counted on the adjustment that we saw near the end of the play. As that ball was descending, who was going to come down with it? He counted on his guy, and he gambled correctly.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run. Anderson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal.
Keep it up.
Here's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this time he is in. C.J. Anderson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said, this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, team 6.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7. 10-30.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Rodgers again now. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 16th touchdown of the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never...
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 51 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Rodgers, operating from the gun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Bravo! Mike 51! Mike 51! Hey, 626!
On second and goal, Rodgers dancing to his left. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Gets around him. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Monday. 50.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Check it backer. He's crashing. He's checking double right. Hey, Red!
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Stafford. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Preston Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And take it right on the 30. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Hey, Charlie! Come on here, come get some. Come get some. Come on here, come get some. He don't want it.
So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Let's go, D.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. C.J. Anderson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
They're going to run it with Anderson, and he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Edwards got 4 down.
Now Stafford. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Stafford looks to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Za'Darius Smith, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right? And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career. And he's going to need another one right now. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers forced out to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And again, it's Rodgers. On the screen, this is Cannon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Exit. Watch the slap.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7. It's a first down on a gain of 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Rodgers to throw once more. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. C.J. Anderson past the 20, 10, 5. A big-time run there by Anderson. 72 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. C.J. Anderson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. And adding on to their lead, the Jaguars have scored again. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing is Rodgers. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready? 250. Check.
They run again on 1st down. Anderson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Carry number 20 coming up for Anderson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all state.
Now a hit and a loose football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move